Boy, I can't keep you off my mind. I know it was just one time, but no one ever made me feel like you did that night. Press rewind just to live it again. You felt me, touch me, I can't even pretend that I don't care about you when I'm with other guys. Boy, that moment when you got me energized. I'm distant usually, so come lay over me. We're miles and miles apart. Wanna get close to you.
Yes, we are back. So this this next one is titled Coffee and Jack Daniels. I'm gonna go do what I do. It's Friday, it's early, gonna get the day started, go do what we do. Gonna let you enjoy this next piece, Coffee and Jack Daniels. A lot of twists, a lot of turns, definitely different than anything else that we've done thus far. You know, go ahead and take a look at it, go ahead and read it, go ahead and listen to me talk about it. I'm hoping you enjoy this one. It's a little bit different than what we've done. Coffee and Jack Daniels, I mean, that's a hell of a combination. Not sure if we're doing those two simultaneously, but you know, it sounded good. We wanted to go with it. We went with it, and so we ended up writing a piece from it. So hopefully you enjoy it, and I'll catch you on the other side of it. I walk to the corner bodega, pull the door open, and enter. The charm bounces against the top of the door and makes a ringing noise, alerting the Hispanic owner that someone has entered his store. He stands behind the counter as though he's ready to do battle. I look at him. He has dark skin and straight hair with the hairline receding some. He attempts to hide it by styling his hair a certain way. It doesn't work. I go down the aisle towards the cakes and potato chips and stuff. His eyes never lose track of me. I want it that way. I need something to eat. Something to make me forget about that last glass of Jack Daniels that sits at the bottom of the bottle, teasing me. I search for the right snack. I push my hands deep in my pockets and don't feel anything. I look back at the owner and see him staring right back at me. He makes a move and reaches for something under the counter. Whatever it is that he's reaching for is out of my view. I pull one hand out of my pocket and grab the first snack that it touches. I don't know if it's a bag of chips, cookies, cakes, candy, or gum because I never take my eyes off of the owner. I begin walking towards him slowly. One hand is on my snack and the other is still in my pocket. He fidgets and his right shoulder moves. His right hand is still out of sight under the counter. Just as I get to the counter, someone emerges from the door next to where the old-time arcade video game sat. Miss Pac-Man, I believe. Maybe he had alerted whoever it is by hitting the buzzer under the counter. I think about looking over to see who it is. Before I could turn and look, the owner asks, "Find everything all right?" His accent was thick. It's his attempt at small talk. He's trying to feel me out. I just stand there. I nod my head. Up, then down. One time. Still standing there. "Then let's see it," he alerts. I still haven't raised my hand with the item in it. As I begin to do so, I can feel someone behind me. I place it on the counter. For a quick second, I allow my eyes to drift to the item. M&Ms. Damn it. They are the plain ones. I don't like those. I prefer the peanuts. My eyes shift back to the Hispanic man across the counter. He sees the surprise in my eyes at what it is that I had placed on the counter. 50 cents, he states. It comes as though he wanted to say $1 million. He looks at me like he knows I can't afford it. It might as well have been priced at $1 million. I stand there in contemplation. What to do next? While looking at his gray Santa-like beard, I decide to buy more time. Coffee, light and sweet, I say. It catches him by surprise. It means he has to leave his post, back away from the counter, drop whatever he holds in his right hand, turn his back to me in order to make the cup from the coffee pot that sits behind him. His right shoulder moves again and his gaze shifts to whoever or whatever it is that's behind me. They communicate something through silence. I choose not to look. He turns his back to me and begins pouring the coffee. After he has poured half a cup, he suddenly stops and turns around. He realizes turning his back to me is a mistake. He corrects it. You want it black, right? He asks, facing me. Right, I reply. I thought you said light and sweet. He grins a little like he is onto me. Why do you ask if you already know the answer? Have you ever been down and out? What do you consider to be your rock bottom? For this character, the one with one hand in the pocket, no money in the pocket, trying to buy something to eat, rock bottom is the fact that he's broke, unemployed, essentially no family, no loved one, and he's faced with this decision. He's got to eat, just got to figure out how he needs to do it. So he's caught in this dilemma. I know many of us have been in situations where we know there's a right and there's a wrong thing to do, and we are faced with having to make that decision, right? What are we going to do? How are we going to do it? How are we going to survive? What do we do in order to survive? So this young man, unfortunately, just finds himself in the middle of, those questions, all of those questions. Things just aren't going right. And he's trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure out, what to do next, what the right answer is, how he should proceed, what next steps should he take. But it just seems like every time he makes attempts at, making correct decisions or right decisions, something goes wrong. Does he bring it on himself? Is this something he, sort of attracted? I don't know. So we'll have to read the story further to figure out exactly what goes on and how he emerges from this situation, if he should emerge from this situation. But I know a lot of us have been caught between a rock and a hard place, and try to make decisions, but we got to think about what decisions we need to make and how we need to go about making those decisions. So Coffee and Jack Daniels is the name of this short story in the book. So hopefully you enjoy it once you read it. Be sure to, let me know, have you ever been in such a situation? What led you to that situation? And, how were you able to exit that situation, get out of that situation? So let us know. Like this video, go ahead and comment and answer those questions. And then if you haven't by now, go ahead and subscribe as well. See you on the next one.
Boy, I can't keep you off my mind. I know it was just one time, but no one ever made me feel like you did that night. Press rewind just to live it again. You spelled me.
So hopefully you enjoyed that one. A lot of great stuff. Some crazy twists, I think, just trying to understand that particular character and some of the things that he's been going through. So hopefully you were able to maybe utilize some of that critical thinking that we talked about in the previous video, just to kind of come up with some potential angles, in terms of what could have happened, what should have happened, how things happened, what led to some of those things, and again, apply some of those decision-making concepts that we brushed on the last time. But that was the end of that story. Hopefully you did enjoy it. If you did, go ahead and press the like button. Make sure you leave us a comment, and certainly subscribe. That's how we begin to grow the channel, is by you all subscribing. So please do so. I definitely could use your help in that area. So go ahead and like, subscribe, comment, leave me a message, let me know what's going on, what's on your mind. And if you've gotten the book, perhaps there's a story that you want to see us break down. And next I might start actually doing some participation with the audience. So just wait for that. We got some things in mind that we want to do, so just keep that in mind. But hopefully you enjoyed it, and see you on the next one.